Hello everybody, I am back with a new series called Moving Forward. In this series I'm going to go over a previous video. In this case it's a jam over While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I'm just going to go over what I was thinking while I was playing regarding the note choices and the chords. Some of the things I would do differently now, having studied it a little deeper, and just learning from the experience. So let's begin by going over the chord progression. It's not the full song, of course. It's a progression that goes around twice, and it has a different ending on the second time. And we'll get into that and discuss some of the different possibilities that actually occur there. So, let's go. Starts with A minor. Now, A minor over G, D9 with an F sharp in the bass, F sharp, or F major 7, excuse me, A minor again, A minor over G. Now, a D and an E. One more time, A minor over G, D9 with F sharp in the bass, F major 7, A minor. You can do a straight G here. And a D, E, wraps back around. So, what am I thinking here? I'll tell you. A minor pentatonic scale in A blues is going to work perfect over this. I mean, it's without fail, it's going to sound good. But there's more that we can get out of this if we looked a little deeper. But it helps to be familiar with the 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale. In this case, it's A, so here's first position. Second. Third. Fourth. And fifth. And then it starts back over. So, a lot of what I did in that jam in the first video moves throughout those 5 positions. Admittedly, I like to stick to the top 4 strings when doing that. So, you see a lot of that. And I'm also thinking arpeggios or chord shapes, the cage system, and I probably will make a video sometime in the future discussing that more in depth. But it's really beneficial to know that as well, because it really is. It helps you navigate the fretboard. At least it does me. So another way that I think a lot of the time when improvising is very simple. Honestly, it's just the pentatonic shape, and then I'm hanging other intervals on it, if that makes sense. So, like I said, the pentatonic works in this situation mainly because every single one of those chords up to a point has the C note in it, which is the minor third of the scale. C, 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 C. So on the first pass through, C is in every chord. Now in the second pass, that's where we get a little more room to open up the possibilities. Same A minor, go to the regular G. We got a D, which has what in it? F sharp. And then this E major has a G sharp in it. So let's discuss the F sharp. When that D rolls around, which is in both passes, even though the C is in the chord the first time, you can really make use of that F sharp, which is the major 6, and gives it that Dorian flavor. So A Dorian, I didn't use all of the notes in A Dorian, which is this, right? It's got a minor third and a minor 7 in it. but it has that major 6, which gives it that sound right here. So that F sharp really adds some flavor and can really be emphasized over that D chord. And I do that a lot. Another thing is obviously the flat 5. Of course, depending on in most chord progressions, but depending on the chord progression, it's not going to sound great if you hang on it in the wrong places. I like the second degree, or the 9, a lot. In this case, it's B. Works great going to and from the minor 3rd, in my opinion, and I like to incorporate it with that flat 5 too. So in the 10th position here, off the 2nd string, here's your root. Here again. And it's also the major 3rd of the G. So if you wanted to get that deep into thinking, usually I don't either, but when I analyze it, you know, like I'm doing now, it makes a little more sense, and ultimately you don't want to think about this stuff while you're jamming, right? And then we have the E, which has a G sharp in it. Last chord of the 2nd pass. And it has a G sharp, and what key is this in? A minor, and it wants to resolve up to that A minor. So it's a great tension and release chord, even though it's a simple major chord. So there's there's a few possibilities that you can use there. Melodic minor is one, which is the major scale with the minor 3rd. In this case, it would be this. There's that G sharp. So then get away with that there. And you can also think harmonic minor, A harmonic minor has that in it, which might be a little less of a stretch in this case. So you got that, the G sharp is in there. And lastly, arpeggios. You can just outline some of these chords. It might not sound the greatest, it might sound a little stiff if you just went A minor, to G, D, and F. And then, of course, the second time, A minor, G, and then it would be D again, right? And then E. Nope. So, let me just give you a couple examples. First, I will play over the progression, emphasizing that F sharp around when the D comes around, and then maybe harmonic minor when the E comes around. Hopefully this is all making sense. That G sharp, being that the chords move pretty quickly, it's not going to sound great if you hang on it past the E. So be mindful of that. All right, let's do some a little bit of jamming. Okay, here we go. Here's A minor to the G. There's the D to A, F, E to E, A, G. Down here's the F sharp. F, A minor, D, D, D. This time around, I'm going to try to emphasize the harmonic minor over the E. A, again. F, A, G. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. I didn't include the melodic minor over it. So here's a little different flavor. Not quite as dark to me as the harmonic minor, but it still gets you that G sharp over that E chord. So there's a lot more than just the A minor pentatonic, even though that's probably the pentatonic is probably the coolest scale in the world. It works over many different genres, styles. But there's just a few more possibilities out there, and that is moving forward. Okay, everybody, thanks for sticking around and checking out my video. If you guys want to hear anything in greater detail, any of these topics in this video, leave a comment, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. I sure did. Until next time, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate it. Peace.